Yo guys, how are you all doing today on the Volt Clan channel? My name is Polak, and today we're bringing you some Black Ops 2 gameplay by a new member who recently just joined the Volt Pub Stomping team. His name is JayJ, an amazing pub stomper that we picked up. He brought this great gameplay for you guys to enjoy, a 101 kill game and also a triple nuclear using the Scar H on the map carrier. This is a really amazing gameplay, so definitely kudos to JayJ. Check out his channel in the description, show him some love from the Volt community. So since you guys are watching some Call of Duty Black Ops 2 gameplay, I feel like it's fitting to talk about the next Call of Duty Black Ops game that will be released this year. Let's talk about some Call of Duty Black Ops 3, because 2 days ago I was actually watching a live stream by Call of Duty that Treyarch actually released the esports reveal for Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which we saw a lot of great competitive aspects that can be implemented in the next Call of Duty game, and I thought it was really interesting. I made a personal video on my channel talking about my opinions and my thoughts about the esports reveal and what we saw, so why not share that to a larger audience, to you guys in the Volt community. We're going to be talking about what I saw in the esports reveal, what it means for Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and if it's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. So first of all, I want to go over the key elements that I saw in the live stream for the esports reveal. There are many things that we saw competitively that they really put a lot of work into and a lot of change into the competitive aspect that I want to go over. So one thing being, if you guys did watch the live stream before the games actually start, they have a pre-match system now where first you start off with a ban/protect system where, like, when you play into a game of league play now, everything is allowed, everything that's in the game is allowed, but the thing is you are allowed to ban certain things that you do not want in the game, or you could protect certain things that you want to use for your team. So that's really interesting. It's kind of like how it was with like League of Legends and certain games. Honestly, you could say, oh, it's a little bit copied, but honestly I feel like it's a really good system for Call of Duty that should have been implemented a while back, because back in the day with like league play, there were already things automatically banned from the start, and it kind of made no sense because you're somewhat forced to use certain weapons. But now with this system, you're able to ban certain weapons that you do not want the opposite team to use, or you want to protect certain weapons that you want to use specifically in the game, and it really puts a lot of great interesting tactical play when you're gonna play a game of league play or competitive, whatever it may be. Moving on from that though, after you do the ban/protect voting system part, what you do next is you choose your specialist abilities. And I already know there was a lot of controversy involving these specialist abilities. You know, people would say, oh, it was somewhat taken from Destiny, which not even somewhat, it kind of was taken, because Vandahar was a really big fan of Destiny and Bungie, so they really wanted to implement this into Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Do I think it's a good idea for Black Ops 3? I'm kind of in a love-hate relationship with it. I saw some of the specialist abilities used in a competitive game. Some of them are actually really cool. I honestly really like some of them, but others I really do not like, and I think they should just either not be in the game at all or just not in competitive. Like, one thing being was the Annihilator pistol, or as known as the golden gun from Destiny. You know, I am a big Destiny player myself. I do post Destiny content on my channel, so I do know what I'm talking about specifically when it comes to those two games. And, you know, seeing some of these that were almost the same as what you see in the Destiny, like you had the gravity spikes being like the Fist of Havoc, you had the Annihilator pistol being like the golden gun, and you had like certain things like the rejack being like self-res. You know, it's kind of somewhat taken, yes, but what really matters the most is how it is implemented into the game. I honestly think it could work half the time, then again it might not work. It kind of brings a lot of, you know, change into the Call of Duty game, which, you know, could be good, could not be good, depending on who you are. Not many people really want change nowadays. You know, no one wants to have so much complications with the game. Everything wants to be, you know, nice and simple. But, you know, having these specialist abilities, especially in the esports genre into the competitive, it's kind of alright. Some of it's pretty cool. Like, I like really the overdrive. I like some other things like psychosis, but some of them, honestly, I don't think they should be really allowed in general for esports or competitive, but we'll see how that works. But other than that, like, you could choose what specialists you can use in the game before you start, and no one could have two of the same specialists on the same team. So you can't have like two rejacks or two Annihilator pistols in the same team when you choose what specialist you want to use. But I find that pretty interesting. Moving on though, after you do all that, you finally edit your class. You create your class, put whatever you want on it. Whatever is banned, you're not allowed to use, and whatever is protected, you are allowed to use, and it is safe. And after that, you edit your score streaks, and then you are good to go to play your competitive match on Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So now, moving on to the game mechanics of Call of Duty Black Ops 3, what I saw in the esports reveal when these 8 competitive players did hit play, I want to really pop the question right off the bat, what you guys probably going to be asking right now if you haven't watched it. How is the advanced movement on Black Ops 3? Is it really game breaking? Is it super fast paced like it was in Advanced Warfare? The answer to that would be no. There is obviously advanced movement used, but it really isn't used too much whatsoever based off what I saw in the esports reveal. Like most of the thrust jumping and the wall running is only really used to get from place to place. It really isn't used as a tactic to be able to, you know, win a gunfight. You really wouldn't be seeing people thrust jump shooting or like, you know, wall running all the time because it's not really needed so much. You're gonna be honestly more vulnerable using those advanced movements rather than sitting on the ground. So honestly, most of the gunfights are on the ground. Like 80% of the time you're gonna be on the ground shooting people. You know, the only time you're gonna be actually moving around with the thrust jumps or the wall running is when you're actually gonna go from one place to the other, because the maps are specifically made to cater to that advanced movements, but not to the point where it's gonna be super fast paced like in Advanced Warfare where you're just gonna be constantly using those exo movements every single move, but not in this case for Black Ops 3. So overall, I think the advanced movements won't be too bad overall. You know, it's not obviously a full-on boots on the ground, you know, scenario for all those hardcore gamers. That is somewhat unfortunate, but I honestly think it's not going to be too bad. Nothing too game-breaking. I think most of the fight is going to be on the ground anyway. So Call of Duty Black Ops 3 isn't really fast-paced completely. It is almost the same pace as it is in Black Ops 2, and just because you hear the word advanced movement, don't really relate it to Advanced Warfare, because it isn't extremely fast-paced as it was in Advanced Warfare, where in Advanced Warfare you would be seeing people, you know, jumping around left and right, up in the air, down, all the way straight to the ground type of movement. You know, it's way too fast, and that's what made Advanced Warfare not such an amazing game, because it was really confusing to see what is going on, and for a casual gamer, it's not an easy game whatsoever. But in Black Ops 3, the pace is the same as it is really with Black Ops 2. It is fairly fast paced as you were looking at this gameplay, except with the advanced movements, it might be a little bit faster paced, but it's nothing super game breaking that I really saw based off what I saw in the esports reveal. You know, I saw a lot of boots on the ground, gunfights, and all I saw was really people going up, thrust jumping just to get from one place to the other. But anyway, enough with the advanced movements and all that. I want to go over some of the score streaks and the guns that I saw in Black Ops 3. And honestly, a lot of the things that I saw in Black Ops 3 were almost the same as I saw in Black Ops 2, and I think that's a good thing. I don't really think that's a bad thing whatsoever to see some of the same stuff in Black Ops 2. Like, most of the score streaks are the same from Black Ops 2. Like, you got the V-Set, you got the Hellstorm, you got the Lightning Strike, you got the simple UAV that you see in every single Call of Duty. You know, that's really good. I like that because I like Black Ops 2, and it was a really successful game. Probably my favorite CODs of all time in my own opinion. And looking at the guns as well, most of the guns that I saw were actually pretty well balanced from looking at the gameplay. You know, I saw most of the competitive players using all kinds of guns. Like, I saw the Kuda, which was probably the most popular, right next to the M8 and the Man O' War. And I also saw like the HVK. I saw the snipers. You know, a lot of things were used. Like, it's almost the same balancing as it was with Black Ops 2, and the balancing in Black Ops 2 was pretty okay. I'll say that compared to Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare, you know, it was only like those two main guns that really dominated the land space, and you know, variants were in there too. There's no variants in Black Ops 3, so I think that's a really good thing. I honestly think gun balancing in Black Ops 3 will be good, but we still have time to experience the game for ourselves. If you do have the access to the Black Ops 3 beta, you definitely have the time to check out, you know, how it is yourself. Probably even make some gameplays out of it. We're probably in the Volt community. We're gonna try to get us a lot of great Black Ops 3 beta gameplays for you guys also. But yeah, overall, Black Ops 3 based off the esports reveal honestly doesn't look too bad. I think it's gonna definitely excel in the competitive aspect. Now all we really need to find out is how it's gonna be public match wise. How is it gonna be for the casual gamer? We'll find out when the Black Ops 3 beta does launch, but I honestly think Black Ops 3 could be the savior for the Call of Duty franchise, especially since the past two CODs haven't been the brightest. And you know, we'll see how it is. I'm not gonna definitely put my hopes too high up. I am somewhat hyped for Black Ops 3, but you never know. Who knows? It could be a flop or it could be the best Call of Duty out there. We'll have to see. It depends on the community. It depends on what we think of the game when it does release and when the beta does come out. But anyway, guys, that is gonna be my time for today on this Volt video. And I actually also want to add on that all of us in the Volt clan are so happy for the recent support we have been getting. We're actually really close to hitting 15,000 subscribers, so to be able to hit that real soon will mean so much to all of us in the Volt community, and we're gonna definitely have a 15,000 subscriber montage real soon if we are able to hit that milestone nevertheless. But expect to see a lot of great gameplays and commentators in the near future. We're gonna be striving to post as much great stuff for you guys to enjoy. It means a whole lot to us. But anyway, if you did enjoy this video, hit that like button below. below as always. Also subscribe if you are new, and check out my channel in the description below if you haven't seen my stuff yet. It'll mean a whole lot to me. I post a lot of great Call of Duty content as well, and also check out Volt JayJ in the description. Show him some love for being a new member of the Volt community. But anyway guys, that's gonna be my time for today. My name is Polak, and I'll see you all next time.